Yeah, this is Shango Ray. I'm making this video because for many years I've been asked whether I'm going to do any kind of coaching, any kind of mentorship, shit like that. And for many years I've resisted, okay, for many reasons. Let me just lack a long story here. I'm at a phase where I am being pushed, I'm being challenged, I'm being pulled into the unknown. And so there is a very small handful, group of select individuals that I'd like to share this with. So I'm making this video, number one, to announce that I am opening the doors to a very specialized, specific, and customized form of magical coaching. As I mentioned, this is very hands-on, this is very personal. It's going to require a lot from me. You know, I'm ready, I'm dedicated, and this is going to be quite the adventure for whoever these very few selected individuals are. And the reason why it's very few and very selective is because I'm looking for a certain person or people to work with very specific characteristics. The other thing is, as to not spread myself too thin, because I have my own dragons to slay and consume and transform also during the course of this summer. So I'm just here to let you know that your summer is about to be lit as fuck, okay? This is going to be probably one of the most transformative experiences you've ever had. You will be pushed, you will be pulled, you will be challenged, you will be uncomfortable, but you will also be supremely victorious. And the you that you take away from us working together is going to go with you for the rest of your days here. Guaranteed. So, number one, who this is not for. This is definitely not for anyone who happens to be right now in a place of survival mode or struggling financially. Why? Straight up, I like being direct. This is a very premium service. As much as it's going to require of me, my resources, my time, and energy, I've never availed myself in this way, ever. You know, the reciprocation, you know, the fairness, the exchange needs to be there, point blank. All right. I do realize too that there is a bigger picture here. It's not just about you and your specific intentions or goals, although they play a key role. I'm about to tell you who you are, and I'm about to tell you if this particular specific specialized coaching is for you, for us. And when you hear these words, if this is you, you're going to know, because it's going to light a fucking soul up in your fucking solar plexus, and your soul, you know, you're going to know that this is so now. All right. Number one, you are already by all accounts successful, at least in several areas of your life. From an outsider perspective, people would say, hey, you know, you got it all together. But there has been something that has been perplexing you, bugging you, scaring you, intimidating the fuck out of you. You can look at this thing almost as if it's a wall, because you've been smacking your head against this wall and you can't seem to surmount this wall. You can't seem to get past it. It has been one of the biggest causes of you procrastinating. As I mentioned, it intimidates the fuck out of you. And more than that, you are tired of coming up against this wall or ceiling, however you want to define it. And you're tired of like feeling like you let yourself down, because it's a big one. Okay? Here's a small spoiler alert. Because there's so much fear, procrastination, anxiety, what have you around this thing, whatever this thing is for you. This is where you must go towards now. There's no more suppressing it. There's no more procrastinating it. You know what I'm saying? This holds a specific element. Because understand this is your fucking movie. I'm honored I get to play a cameo in this shit, okay? I get to maybe be Yoda or some shit maybe, all right? You are the key. And this thing is the fucking keyhole. You've been wanting to go to the next level. Yes, everything is fine, but there's been something is happening to you right now. This is what a lot of people don't know. They don't understand. They can't see it. But something is actually happening to you, okay? Now I can go on and explain what some of this is. Number one, it feels like something is emerging from you, okay? The restlessness is on 10. Something is definitely happening to you, okay? If I had to explain it maybe another way, it'd probably be like something is breaking out of a fucking egg. Okay? Now, the other thing about this is there is your old self is dying off. The more you turn towards this thing that intimidates you, that, you know, scares the shit out of you, but yet that you know you must go forward to, the more the old self dies, decomposes, right? In actuality, it's kind of like food. It's just like when you eat something, you destroy the form it's in there, but it becomes another form. It's called your body. It's called new cells. It's called new growth, right? Well, this old self, of course, does not want to go easily. It likes for you to get up to the wall or to the ceiling and then back away and just go back to what you know. But that can no longer be so for you anymore. You went past the doorway now. It's not like you're standing at the doorway. No, you're past the doorway now. Shit's actually getting pretty fucking real now. This I do know. You feel like you're being watched? Here's something else too, and you're gonna know what I mean by this. Your sexual energy is also a key component in this alchemical process transformation that we find ourselves in right now. Key. I'm not saying to go fuck everything, okay? I'm just saying if you understand. Another reason you know I'm talking to you is because you are drawn to the occult, sorcery, black magic, okay? I don't have to, that's pretty self-explanatory. This isn't regular coaching, okay? We're getting mystical here, all right? We're throwing some magical hands here. You will be casting your own spells. You will be cultivating an even greater level of trust in your magical abilities because you are the magic. So any rituals, any spells you do are simply an extension of you. You will be doing magic on the fly if need be. Okay? This is a mix of magical, mystical, and mundane because we exist on all three planes. Speaking of which, you have had an insane increase in mystical experiences, omens, synchronicities, and happenings that you cannot explain. It's true. You know it. This is the ultimate hero's journey. This is a huge responsibility for me, which is part of the reason why I never wanted to do no shit like this before. But now where I'm at, it's one of the greatest things that I can do for this very small handful of individuals. Play my particular role as facilitator or whatnot. This coaching is 100%, it's going to be customized to you, your intentions and your goals. We do have to have some intentions and goals, right? And what exactly it is that you need. What exactly it is that you need. Obviously, I can't sit here and list that because I haven't talked to you yet. I'm looking for those who are just like I said, you finally reached a point where you've kind of been broken down in a sense because you know you can no longer avoid this. You must come to this now. So it's in essence, you've kind of reached a place of acceptance and surrender. This is what you got to do. This is where you got to go. This is who you need to be. And yes, it's still intimidating, but so what? You still find yourself inexplicably drawn to this. Okay? So the level of commitment has to be 10. On a scale of fuck no and fuck yes, you gotta be fuck yes. You gotta be hot. You can't even be kind of fuck yes. You definitely can't be lukewarm. Other than that, this will be a waste of time. And I'm not wasting my time. I'm not wasting my slots. If I feel that the person is not really up to this shit, we will probably end it. I will end it. Because you got to be committed. You have to be in that internal state of whatever the fuck I gotta do, I am now ready to do. Because there's nothing else to do for me now. I must go in. I gotta jump off the edge of this thing into this abyss, this chasm of unknown, this catalyst of transformation. Who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? But I got to do this now. That's what you gotta be. That's where you gotta be in your mind, body, and soul. And you have to be that way because that's the only way this is going to work. How do I know this? Because what the fuck do you think I've been going through? So every level, there's a new devil, so to speak, but I don't look at it as good or bad. It's just a challenge. And the fact of the matter is, you need challenge. We all need challenge. We all need that resistance because that's the only way that we grow. We need to be uncomfortable. You may have had several years of maybe too comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with being comfortable. It's just being too comfortable for too long, we become static. And when you have something to do, such as you got something to do. Your goals, your intentions that we're going to be working on together are just kind of like the cover story. Because it's like an iceberg. It's just the tip of the iceberg, but yet there is so much underneath it. There's story upon story underneath this. There is a much bigger picture because you got shit to do, which is why you even came here. And these intentions and goals are some type of they're somehow connected to the bigger picture of you. And the bigger picture of you is what's also going to affect not only and revolutionize your own world, but those worlds that you cross paths with from here on out. Who knows how you're going to affect the people, the places, the circumstances that you come in contact with. You're here for your own reasons. This is just one big fucking chain. Welcome to the party. Like I said, we're gonna have plenty of fun with this as well. This is not just to be intimidating, whatever, but there will be shit that's challenging. There will be shit that's gonna make you uncomfortable. And we are going to be frolicking in the unknown throughout the summer. So hey, if this is for you, then you already know what to do. I mean, what the fuck does it look like when you finally slay that fucking dragon, when you consume that dragon? And this is not about killing anything necessarily. It's about transforming it. Like I said, when you ingest food, you transform it. That's what it's about. What's it like when you actually do that? How do you feel about yourself? Think back to in your past, when there was something that just intimidated the fuck out of you, and then you finally lick it. And it's like, you feel like you're Superman or woman. You're at another level now permanently. You cannot go back. Your consciousness has now been expanded through experience. It cannot go back to what it was before. It's impossible. Well, this is just that on steroids. And I want you to really consider, ponder, think about how this is not just going to affect your world. Because I know more than likely you have aspirations of affecting others' worlds in more positive ways and stuff like that. There's something very specific that you came here to do. Amongst a lot of things, yes. But you can no longer avoid it. Every movie is made of 3 acts. The beginning, the middle part where you have the problem, the challenge, and then the third part with the resolution in it. It's already done. You're already victorious. This is the link in your chain that you have been waiting for, that you have been looking for. You're not only going to take your magical practice skill sets to the next level. These are intrinsically attached and a byproduct now of who you are, who this is that's emerging right now. That's why you be feeling like you be feeling. And sometimes, during these kind of times, sometimes you get topsy-turvy with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you're coming or you're going. Like, you just feel like somebody here feels also like it's almost like you're possessed, like something's coming over you, because it is. And that thing that is emerging from you needs to be expressed. You can't suppress it anymore. There's consequences for trying to suppress it or not honoring that. When you resist, there's consequences for that, especially over time. And everything that we do together here is going to be compounded 1,000 times, 1,000 times, 1,000. Your skill sets, your abilities, your aha moments, your personal transformation and revelations. And like I said, the actual external effects that you have on your circumstances, situations, and those whom you come in contact with, be they lovers, business partners, whatever. And your magnetism also, you're going to notice, is put on bang status. It just happens. You don't even have to try. Because you're living authentically. You're living your fucking truth now. There's not that little part where it's like, yeah, I'm avoiding, I'm doing everything, but just this, I've been avoiding this little part. The mickle's in the mako, baby. The lot is in the little. This is all fucking holographic. Fractal, if you will. So that little shit has everything in it. That's where we need to go. So if this is you, there's only one thing to do. You can click the link and get started. There is only 5 slots available for this summer. As I mentioned, I'm not going to be on the phone all summer. I got a lot of shit to do myself. And more importantly, I want to be able to offer the best of me to these very select individuals. For all the details on what kinds of, I only have 2 coaching packages right now, 2 time frames, a 30-day, more like a one and done, which is very short, or a 90-day. There's also an option to have a consultation about this coaching. It will cost you, because I'm not entertaining looky-loos and all that shit. This is very precise, very specialized, very customized. You're not going to find it anywhere. As I mentioned, I've never given of myself, availed myself to any form of clientele in this way. All details will be answered. There's only one last thing to do. You need to click that link in the description box before your slot is taken, which I kind of don't believe in that, because I believe that you're the kind now who knows, who recognizes. It's time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no finagling, there's no whatever. It's go time now. And you know this. I'm here. Let's turn this shit the fuck up. Link in the description box. And we'll see you on the other side.